Okay, we're live again. I believe we are. Testing 1, 2. Okay. Yeah, I decided to do some work tonight. Not really sure how much I'll get done. So this is now part 2 of the Jazz Bass fretboard correction and refret job project. Yeah, I thought about this. Well, by the way, I did not send a link to the customer tonight, right now, for this one, because it's already 1:47 a.m. and I'm here. Hi. I removed the frets. Here they are. Now, we have an uneven fingerboard. It's thick here, and it's thinner here, and it's even thicker here, I guess. So now, normally, when I plane the fingerboard, I would put the guitar or the bass on the neck jig, which would be outside. But with the issues that I'm having with this neck, I think I want to start the planing here, and maybe I'll finish it there. I'm not sure. Let's see how it goes. And that's because I might need to readjust the truss rod tension. And by the way, I did put a spacer here, all right, which I was discussing in part 1 of this series. So now there's a spacer here. So now this is adjustable, okay? So since I might need to adjust it, to fine tune it as I am removing material from the surface, just to get a true fingerboard, I can't really do this on the neck jig with the neck attached to the body, because the truss rod adjustment is here and not here. I've been meaning to make like a generic body that would take these bolt-on necks, but I haven't had a chance to build this part of the jig yet. And there are some other reasons. So let's talk about them as we work. First, I need to remove these, all the hardware. Okay, so let's loosen the screws first using a hand-driven screwdriver. So there's 16 screws for the tuning machines, and then 1 for, I don't even know what this is supposed to be. A strap button here, I guess. I'm not like a really good historian, so I'm not really sure what this was supposed to be used for. Why is it there? Okay. And it's glued onto the finish there. So now I can finish off with the machine. All right, why don't I do a close-up? It's gonna look better on the live stream. Okay, here we go. All right, we don't need to remove this. We have all the screws here. Okay. Do we need to remove the bushings? Well, I don't know yet. Because the idea is to clamp it like this. Let's see. Yeah, that's fine. Let's put this here. Okay. So now I have the neck clamped here, and I still have access to the truss rod. So if I need to adjust it as I am planing this part, first this part of the fingerboard, I'll be able to do it easily. Now, we don't want to have a back bow just yet in this case as we're planing. So we want to have some relief here. Let's measure our relief. I'll measure it right here at the, between these two dots. That's about the middle, I guess. Let's see what we got. So first on the bass side. This is quite a lot. So I need to stack the feeler gauges, I guess. Look at that. Okay, this feels tight now. Just want to see if it's the same on the other side. I don't think it is. As expected, it's a lot more. So I'm just stacking these feeler gauges now. Okay, so this stack of feeler gauges goes through easily, but not on this side. All right, so we have a hump here, I think, that we need to remove first. I'll be using a 7 1/4 inch radius sanding beam. And I need to prep it in a way that it's not yet removing material here. So I'll just tape off this portion so that only this portion hits the fingerboard, right? And the tape I will use for this is maybe this tape. Yeah, okay. Okay. Here we go. This is an old piece. We'll use it for something else, I guess. So it's a little rougher here. This has been used before. It's 220 grit sandpaper. Okay. Now let's see how this works. So we have a natural relief here. So now the truss rod is completely loose, but we want to tighten it a little bit, just a little bit, to remove this hump here, from here. By the way, I already scraped the finish from this part of the fingerboard. Well, we see that we have a high spot right here, because it's only hitting here. Let's see. Okay, so this looks good. This is peeling off now. Obviously, I'm not happy about that. Maybe we need to reinforce it. Yeah. This is clearly just a badly made neck from Fender. it's getting there. Well, I see a lot of dust going into the camera, which you know, I'm not happy about. So I'll be vacuuming instead. I do have the vacuum cleaner right here. Okay. And I also want to keep checking this. So this has a sharp edge as well, so it can be used to scrape. It's also a little thicker here. I can see the thickness of the fingerboard just by eye. I don't know why it's like this. Maybe they used a short leveling beam and they went like this. And when you do that, you're going to be spending more time in the middle than on the two ends, and that'll remove more material in the middle. I don't know. I don't know what they did. So when I do this, I, tend to move my whole body at the knees. The sandpaper is getting clogged up a little bit, so we need to unclog it. Or it doesn't work well. I want to keep checking. I'm just eyeing it for now. It still looks thicker here than here, and a little bit thicker here. Especially on the treble side, I think. Okay. Looks like I have 2 people watching. Yeah, 2 people. Okay, so I'm doing this on the bench. I know you missed the beginning because I want to have access to the truss rod if I need to adjust it. So if I mount it on the body, I won't be able to do that if I put this on the neck jig. So I want to rough it in like this and then decide if I need to still finish the planing on the neck jig or not. I'm removing material here for now, which is why I taped off this sanding beam here, because I just want to deal with the thick part of the fingerboard. It's much thicker here. I need to keep vacuuming, otherwise I see that all the dust is going towards this camera here. So, sorry about the noise. All right. So I see the light going through. Basically, this neck is not well made. That's how it was made. And when I move over to the treble side, I can see a lot more light going through here than on the bass side here. So, yeah. All right, keep going. I wish I didn't have to make this noise, but it is a workshop, so. There is a way to cut the noise. So if I use a dynamic headset microphone, where is this thing? There. Okay. Okay, so now you should be hearing just my voice, more or less. Okay, so this is getting rolled up now, so yeah. Well, we are getting there. I want to check the thickness. So far, I'm just eyeballing it. Still looks thicker, but I just want to get a better idea by how much. So this is well, it's got rolled edges, so it's not easy to measure. It's about 3.10 millimeters. And here it's more, right? I'm just seeing that there's still like more fingerboard material left. And here it's also a little bit more. Right. What about on the other side? Well, this is thinner on the other side and much thicker here. It's a really badly made neck, for sure. I lost my audience. Can't blame them. Okay. Not sure how much I'll get done tonight before I decide to go home, get some sleep. Okay, let's go. Okay. Yeah, so now we might want to save some of this. This is all the dust from this actual fingerboard, right? So here's a little bag. Yeah, let me think. Not the bag. Sometimes I have these little boxes from all parts. Yeah, here. There. How should I do this? Yeah, sorry. This is enough. Okay. So now you can start seeing here that there's a low spot, right? As I am reaching further and further up the fingerboard, it's not hitting anything here yet. Okay. Let's check. Okay, so I think that now I need to remove this. And this way, we'll get a read of the entire fingerboard. Here we have specks of whatever this is, glue, I guess, from the tape. So we need to remove this, otherwise the sandpaper doesn't work. Sorry, I need the... . Okay, so you see there's a high spot here as well. And you can see it here. All right, let's clean it. So the truss rod is not completely loose, which means, you know, this is actually, you know, being corrected when the truss rod is a bit tight. So if we loosen it, okay, now it's loose all the way. We should be getting a flat surface. Look at that. All right. It's quite an uneven fingerboard. Okay. Okay, so this gap is closing on the bass side slowly, but on the treble side is, well, quite bad. It's a visibly bigger gap. All right. Interesting, the sandpaper is just clogged up here and here. So I gotta be careful not to rock the sanding beam. But I am using a long sanding beam, right? So if I were using a short one, I'd be removing material here now. And we would be under the wrong impression that the fingerboard is getting leveled completely. But we still have two high spots. And this is a low spot. And on the treble side, you can see here, it's probably this shape, right? Which is even lower. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so I've been streaming this part for 57 minutes, and I just feel like taking a break from this. What worries me is I can see a significantly, visibly bigger gap on the treble side. So we might need to compensate with the fret work. Level off the frets later. I mean, yeah, I can see that the fingerboard is much thinner on the treble side right there. I mean, yeah, we can keep sanding. We're sanding into the nut shelf. So now the nut shelf is really shallow. And that's not easy to cut by hand. That's easy to do on a CNC machine or, with a router and a template. But by hand, it's not easy at all. So that's something else we'll need to deal with. I just can't believe how bad this fingerboard is. Yeah. So my idea is to rough it in on the bench, finish it on the neck jig outside, and then take it off the neck jig, refret it, and then do a level crown polish on the neck jig again. That's my idea. But maybe I'll do the whole thing on the bench. I mean, the planing, not the level crown polish of the frets. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Not sure how much energy I got left in me. Also need to check the battery on the computer. Need to charge it. Looks like I got one person watching. Yeah. Okay, so let's take some measurements. I'm just going to take a guess. On the bass side, okay. It's really 6/1000ths of an inch on the bass side. Right here is the low spot, I think. Okay, on the other side, let's try 11. 13. 16. 18. 20. Maybe here a little bit. Yeah, here. It's very tight, but it kind of wants to go through. So 6/1000ths here, 20/1000ths here. Wow. So the difference is 14/1000ths, which is this thickness. Wow, this is really bad. I thought they had machines at the factory, and they can't get it right. All right. I'm going to check it like this. So this is why I'm roughing it in on, oh, I can actually see this, like this whole portion here has like a, it's dipping in like this. Wow. Even when I look at the reflection of the light, yeah. I guess we'll keep planing it, but so this is one reason why I want to do this on the bench, to rough it in on the bench at least. I don't know if I'll finish it off on the bench, so I can keep checking it and rotating it and, you know, keep adjusting the truss rod if I need to, because it's here. This could use fresh sandpaper. All right, look at this, right? You can clearly see, so this comes from the bass side, and this comes from the treble side, right? Well, I won't get this done tonight, so it is what it is. I'm going to take a break from this. Here we can see a close-up. It was really high here, and there's a high spot here as well. This is the lowest spot here, okay? So we need to keep sanding until it's all even. So I think I will keep roughing it in on the bench here until I get really close to being finished. And then I think I will put it on the jig outside to finish it off. And then we'll do the refretting, and then a level crown and polish. So I thought this was going to be a 5-part series. No way. It's going to be a 7 or 8-part series at least. But look at the time. So it's here. Almost 3 a.m., right? And yeah, I need to take a break from this. So thank you for watching. We've been streaming for 1 hour, 12 minutes and 52 seconds, and we are about to end it. Thank you. Good night.